about comedy, concerts, and beer. Pilsners, lagers, and IPAs. Liquid courage just to take the stage. Backstage pass, got the feeling right. And everyone's welcome like an open mic. Getting drunk, waiting for the last man to fall. When it's time to take a shot, we yell cannonball. Jokes got you smiling from ear to ear. Our beverage of choice is beer, man, beer. Kick back and relax while the beer foam settles. Now here's your hosts, Johnny Benson and Keg Kettles.
Wow, that was great. Harmony, man. Hey, it's Beer Man Beer, the podcast streaming in your ear about comedy, concerts, and beer. I'm Johnny Benson.
I'm Keg Kettles.
And why do we have the lead singer of the band right here today? We never get the lead singer of the band. We've had guitarists, we've had bassists. We never get the lead singer of the band. We got the lead singer of Sex and Candy, and you can check her out on October the 8th at the Apple Harvest Festival in Southington, Connecticut. Give it up for Pamcakes, everybody. Pamcakes is here.
Hola.
Howdy, Pamcakes.
Howdy.
Great to see you. We saw you perform yesterday at the
Brass City.
Brass
Yes.
City
Brew
and
and
Q.
Oh, yeah.
And you were cranking all the 90s tunes.
Always.
We loved it, man. Little Britney Spears, little Lauryn Hill. I think you even played the Friends theme song.
Yes, we did.
Nice,
Yep.
nice.
Debuted a couple songs.
What would a
too.
show be without that?
Oh, love Friends.
Love Friends.
That's it, man. Now,
That's my jam.
not only are you a expert on the vocals, you also know your way around a few beers, right?
I dabbled in my day.
Dabbled in your day.
Dabbled in my day. I've had a long career in the beer industry.
Tell us what you did with beer.
Okay, so, after I turned 21, I started off as a promo girl for one of the distributors in the state. Basically, from that, I worked as a waitress, I worked as a bartender. I then moved into the distributor world. I was a sales analyst for a craft beer distributor, for about 6 years, up until November of last year. So it was like a good 16-year run that I was
And now you're just full-time on the tunes? Or
full time on the tunes right now.
Awesome.
I make a fraction of what I was making, but so much happier.
I was going to say, are you happy now?
So much happier.
You look like you had a lot of fun out there.
I love that industry, and I still have friends. And like I hit up my old boss before doing the Brass City thing, just be like, "Are you coming?" But of course, he wasn't there.
What did it take to be a promo girl? I bet it's a thankless job.
You just have to have boobs.
That's it. All right.
And
I could be a promo girl. Great.
And reliable to show up on.
Oh, no, I'm
jobs.
done. That was a short-lived career for me.
It was the best job as a 20-year-old because, like, I'm getting paid to be going out to bars and talking to people, and I get free beer.
Oh, free beer. Hey.
It's great.
Hey, there is nothing
Nothing's
wrong with
free beer.
The best beer is
We
free
love
beer.
free beer.
All right. So where did it all start for you singing? Were you singing from as a child on? Or
No, I did music as a child growing up. I remember when I was really, really little, music was always playing with my dad playing records, or he has a career in radio and worked for ESPN for a really long time. But, listening to music as a child, dabbling on a keyboard. I think I was like 5 years old when I got my first keyboard, and just like coming up with melodies, like Christmas songs, like the songs that I knew, I would just figure them out on the keyboard. And then later on, I started fife when my family did fife and drum corps.
Oh, wow.
Then I did.
We knew some people in the fight.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
We know. We have some friends that like that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They love dressing up and beating the skins, yeah.
So I had that, and then I did trumpet, French horn, mellophone, viola.
What?
All of that. That was all in like
What? Villaphone?
Viola.
Viola.
Villaphone?
What is a villaphone?
It's like a violin, a little bit bigger.
Mm-hmm.
I technically had a violin,
So how do you put that on your shoulder?
but with viola strings because I was tiny. I was in like 4th grade playing.
Nice.
So it was bigger than you were?
Yeah.
Wow, do you have like a stand too, just to hold it up?
I had a shoulder rest.
Anyways, Well, I know you love beer. And
Oh, yeah.
and Keg Kettles, he went on a trip and brought us back some beer. Man,
Yay.
beer. What do you got here, Keg Kettles?
Love going on trips. Well, that is the Czech Pilsner, because you better check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Oh, indeed, indeed.
Where is it from?
It is from Moat Mountain. Which Moat Mountain, in New Hampshire, the brewery is also a smokehouse.
Ooh.
And they make some good smoked meats.
Nice, nice. A lot of smoked meats at the brewing queue yesterday.
Yeah, there was also a competition over there, right?
I didn't get to check any of that out.
We did. We waited in line.
Yeah.
Very long.
Hard work when you got to perform the whole time. You
No.
miss the party. Eh?
No. When you got to be the party, you miss the party.
So this would be a classic Bohemian Pilsner.
All right. It looks very golden in color.
Yeah, very nice.
Very effervescent.
Look at that. I like that.
I gotta say, a nice head retention as well. Now, when I had gone there, I did have the Mrs. V's, or Ms. V's, or we're going to try that later on. That was very tasty. And at an IPA, it was East Intervale. That was good as well. So far, everything I had there was really good.
Pammy's going in for a sniff. How's the sniff there, Pam?
Sniffs.
Sniffs.
I'm like,
does it
what
smell
do
like a
I
beer?
smell? I haven't had a pills because, like I was saying to you before, really yesterday, if I have beer these days, it's typically just going to be a sour. So I'm like, when's the last time I even had a pilsner?
That's like a real beer right there.
Yeah.
Real crispy, cold, delicious brew.
There's a nice crisp that comes through.
Pam's thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean that would be what I would drink in the summer. If I'm like, I want a beer. Like I want the taste of a beer.
This is good.
What do you think, pepper?
Yeah.
I get a little
pepper.
something like that, a little pepper in there. It's good.
I like it.
I like it a lot. It's very clean, very crisp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tasty.
That is a smooth
And it's light.
drinker. It's light.
It's not
it's
heavy
crisp.
at all.
It's good times right there.
But just a nice golden color.
Oh, that's good.
Definitely dig it.
That's some good beer.
Kind of what I would expect from a Czech.
Good stuff. Really good stuff there.
Oh, solid, man. Solid. I think Pammy likes it.
I'll be good after this.
No, we got more. We got more beer. We got all kinds of beer. We don't just try one beer on the show.
I almost spit my
No.
beer out.
I was just saying about this one.
Oh, you don't need another one of those. Oh, sorry. Not a problem. Not a problem. So what?
Is there any more in here?
Yeah. What were some of your favorite tunes you sang yesterday?
Oh gosh, what did we do? We debuted Republica, Ready to Go.
Oh, how about that? Remember Republica?
Yeah, so Sex and Candy, we only do 90s, but we do all different genres. We do obviously pop and R&B too.
Are you even
and
old
then-
enough to remember the 90s?
I am 37.
Wow.
I'm going to be 38 in November.
She's just a pup.
That's
Yep.
it. That's it.
Republica. Who's Republica?
I barely remember.
They had like 1-2 songs.
I have no idea who they
Just
are.
And you sing them both,
like
right?
when you think of like the 90s, you think of those one-hit wonder obscure like hum stars. Have you ever even
Did she say Hung Stars?
No, Hum. The band Hum, H-U-M.
No, she's not talking about Tommy Lee.
And the song Stars.
Oh, that was a band?
Yeah.
I remember Mazzy Star. That was the 90s, right?
That was in the
Oh,
Fade
yeah,
Into
right,
You. Oh, I
right,
do that
right.
one acoustic a lot.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
See, the 90s, I kind of
It's a blur.
remember, but it's kind of a blur. Yeah.
We were,
That was like my formative years for
There was
music.
a lot of pot
'Cause I was
smoking
in
back then.
I was in middle school and just started high school at the end of the 90s.
Hey, we ended high school in the 90s. It was really early in the
in the-
90s,
it was
but it was
early, man.
still the 90s.
That would be 90,
Still counts.
That's it.
92.
Yeah, that's right. That's around Pearl Jam time and Nirvana.
I was in second grade. Way to bring it down, man.
So John, how old are you?
Welcome to the old folks' home.
Sorry, I'm the youngest in the band, so
Hey,
I do
listen,
this to
there
them
is a
too.
stair lift out here, by the way.
We'll be having a Jello IPA next and mashed potatoes.
Ooh, how about some oats?
Oats, man.
I got oats because I'm a horse.
Wilbur, that's not a carrot in my mouth.
Oh, man. Hey, this is a really good beer.
It is a very good beer indeed.
We don't have a cannonball either, so us calling cannonball is completely
no.
counterproductive.
I guess I'll have to get one.
Actually, you know what? I have a cannonball right here. I haven't cracked it open. This was actually from Punta Cana.
Punta Cana, all right. What we got there for?
This is mamajuana. Don't be confused with marijuana. This is mamajuana.
I know the other one.
And I'm really intrigued by what this may taste like, so we're going to have to
What is
cannonball
it?
this.
Is it a rum?
I guess kind of, sort of. It kind of seems like they throw a bunch of wood chips into something and I think hope for the best.
Fuck it, they'll buy it.
So are we doing a
I mean,
shot?
I can read the back of this, but it's all in Dominican.
Okay, go ahead, read it.
I can't unless I have a translator. Let me get my phone.
See how it goes.
I'm going to go with no. I don't want to make too much of a fool of myself.
Tell you what, let's hear a little Pammy. There she is. And we'll take a break and come back and have a cannonball, and we'll get all kinds of wild. A beer, man. Beer.
Yeah, we're kind of going gradual.
Yeah.
We're kind of doing like a smooth transition.
Yeah. Pretty smooth so far.
Good beer, by the way.
Good beer, good beer.
Delicioso.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's Beer Man Beer. We're here with Pamcakes, having a blast. Pamcakes.
Came in a little hot there, Johnny B. Is
I know.
that
I got
because the
yelled
last
at.
one...
Yeah, because Bubble Chick Megan yelled at me for not having the music loud enough. But this is Matt Mongo out of Atlanta, Georgia, with our good friend Mike Perry on the bass. Shout out to Mike Perry. Oh, yeah.
So what do you think of this cannonball that way was sitting in front of us?
Well, let's taste it and find out.
Mama Joanna.
Mama Juana.
It's cannonball time.
Mama Juana.
And cannonball is time. When we do a shot.
Kind
Down
of
the hatch.
afraid, man.
Down the hatch, man.
Down the hatch.
It's not going to bite you.
I am happy that this is technically my second cannonball with you guys, but my first time here.
Yeah, first cannonball in the studio, because late yesterday
Yes.
we had one with Continuum.
Oh, that's correct. We
That's
did.
right, who were nice enough to just notice us and bring us shots.
He was just like,
Yeah.
cannonball.
That's that kind of VIP treatment
Isn't
we
that cool?
appreciate.
Yeah, man.
And
I
we
think
will
that's
always
great.
we always look out for the people who
All
show,
right,
show us
cannonball.
love.
Cannonball.
And cannonball down. 1, 2. Woo wee!
That's not bad at all.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Interesting. What's actually the
I
flavor?
purposely didn't take the whole entire thing because I wanted to have more to like sip.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
I'm like,
Oh, don't worry.
that smell.
You anytime you just yell cannonball, we do a shot. Anytime
That
on the show.
is- What
That-
is
that
going
wasn't
on with
bad.
that?
Not bad. It's interesting. But what's
there's
the
all-
flavor?
It smells way stronger than it actually
maple?
tastes. That's like
I don't know.
there's what am I thinking of? There's like a root beer.
Yeah, a little
yeah.
bit.
But I did see other bottles that were there, and there was actually whatever alcohol steeping with like wood chips and other herbs and spices and stuff floating in there. And I was like, what the hell's going on with this thing? So I grabbed one that was clear. Not clear, but, something that didn't have any adjuncts in it.
Was it like
So-
birch chips? Because that one
I don't
tastes
know.
like birch beer.
Now, as it's sitting here, yeah, it kind of
Yeah.
does have that birch beer taste to it. I don't know.
Let's pair it with a beer.
I think we're going to have to. All
More
right, so what do we
beer.
got, Johnny?
More beer from Keg Kettles. From his
Moat
trip.
Mountain again.
So this is Moat Mountain in
Moten.
North Conway, New Hampshire.
All right. Nice pour.
Get out there because it's a great spot.
Little beer for Pammy.
So this is Mrs. V's Blueberry. It's a fruit beer. Comes in at 4.9%.
Did you say beer?
Beer.
Yeah.
No good.
It's good. I like it.
Yeah, I'm trying to, sound like I'm from Boston,
There you go.
Baston.
because I want to park my car.
Does have a darker color
Compared to
than
the
our,
Czech.
than
Yeah.
our clean Czech. Interesting fragrance.
There's like a little like pinkish hue too.
90 pounds of wild Maine blueberries are in every brew.
Great golly muggly, that is a shitload of blueberry.
Can you imagine 90 pounds of blueberries falling on you?
Not getting. Are you getting a blueberry?
Very faint.
It's a faint blueberry taste.
Oh, it's a light.
Yeah.
It's a very light blueberry taste coming through it, but it's very palatable.
It does remind me.
crushable.
I can't think of. There's another blueberry or blackberry or something beer that I can't think of that it kind of reminds me of. Yeah. Maybe it's Wachusett. It kind of
Wachusett. I love that blueberry beer.
It kind of reminds me, not as
This is a
in
nice
your
blueberry.
face as the blueberry, but
Yeah.
it kind of reminds me of that one.
It's a nice,
I think
light.
you get the blue more on the back end, right?
Yeah, it's nice. I do like
It
it.
is smooth. Yeah, it's easy to drink.
Another clean beer.
Clean. That's-
Absolutely.
We're going with clean light beers today with Pamcakes.
Because I'm clean and
You're
light.
clean and light indeed, and you sing for 3 bands. That's amazing. That's a lot of
At
bands.
least.
And she smelled purty.
I smell pretty.
Well, indeed you do. Tell us what other band. I know Sex and Candy is the ultimate 90s band.
That's the ultimate 90s band. I'm also with this band called SNAFU. With Sex and Candy, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram and everything. The sexandcandyband.com. SNAFU. There's SNAFU Band CT on Instagram and Facebook. SNAFU, that's the band that I was playing with last night at Softails after the Sex and Candy show during the day.
2 gigs in a day. Like
2 gigs, doubleheader. As my bandmate Alan said, he loves doublehead.
Softails.
Oh, double head. I like that.
Wow, I got dirty rather quickly.
Well, we just had a
Sex and
cannonball, so that's it.
Wow. I was going to call another one. I'm like, wow.
I contemplated bringing Candy in, but I'm like, that would just kind of defeat the purpose because you need to see her. She's just a blow-up doll.
Okay. Well, wait. I thought you were.
Oh, yeah, you didn't get to meet Candy.
No, we didn't get to meet Candy.
Oh, yeah,
No.
This is why you got to come to like a full production Sex and Candy show so you can meet Candy.
I'm
And
say I got
everything.
some Reese's cups in my car because I'm a fat ass. I could have brought those. But
I think I got some candy in the cabinet.
no, tell us about Candy. I want to hear about this.
Nah, she's like the 6th member of the band, basically.
A blow up doll.
Blow-up
How
doll.
big a blow up doll?
Your average blow-up doll. She's about my size. She's my bestie. She's
And
got
when
a
do-
skirt.
When during the show does Candy come out?
She's there all the time. Well, we thought that yesterday might have been more family friendly because it was afternoon.
You know, there were some kids walking around there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There was this one kid. He just kept pushing like this baby carriage.
They
around.
usually are.
And I'm
those
like,
things.
what's this kid doing? Where's this kid's parents?
Oh, plus you're outdoors, so you don't know.
I'm just here trying the beer.
Oh my goodness! But good times yesterday.
Oh, so
Yeah, how
much.
late did
So-
you guys end up staying?
No, we didn't close it out. We usually do, but we didn't
Yeah.
close it out.
Yeah, because I had to get back, do some things.
Yeah, and I was kind of I wanted to run up to No Worries and get you some '90s beer, and they didn't freaking have any.
Oh no!
They were out of all their famous. The Even Flow was gone. The No Worries was gone. What Don't Speak, that was gone.
Oh,
All these '90s named beers. I thought we'd try with Pam next time.
next time.
They felt bad they didn't have any either. So
Did you really feel bad?
yeah, I think they did. Yeah.
I'll have to give you my card
I know.
or go over there.
Yeah,
Like,
that's it.
you need to
That's
get
it.
this
That's it. If
band.
you knew Pam was going to be there, you would have had our beers.
So back to Candy.
She has no hole, so she's not like a true blow-up doll.
Oh wow!
But
Oh, those things have holes.
yes, what? Yes, to blow them up.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, just tiny little hole to blow them up.
You know, there are people that actually are into that.
Yeah.
Like actually, like life size, damn near almost like anatomically correct.
Yeah, there's a
kind
lot of gross people out there.
Yeah, and they actually,
One
end
of
up-
them being my bandmate Alan.
Alan, shout out to Alan.
Shout out to Alan.
actually like want to marry that individual dummy.
Marry the dummy.
Yeah.
There is a Ryan Gosling movie about that.
How disgusting is that?
Oh, probably. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking
That
about.
you are just
Leopold. No, that's not.
that you're
I
just
would
that-
have to look up the
that
name of the
messed
movie.
up that you want to marry a dummy.
That's it.
You big dummy.
What about the third band?
Third band is an Alanis Morissette tribute band called Jagged Little Pam.
Jagged Little Pam.
You get to play on words there, Johnny?
I totally.
Did you
got
get it?
Yeah.
Did you get it?
I see what you did there.
We went by Jagged Little Pill for like the last year or so. and
Isn't
up
it
until-
ironic?
Did you get any copyright problems with that? Because that's the name of her Broadway show.
Well, no, just because like we didn't like get out into... So how this all started, two of my bandmates, Alan and Matt, are a guitarist and our bassist. They are in a Foo Fighters tribute, which are amazing, by the way.
Did they play at the Oyster Festival?
No.
Oh, there must be a bunch of them.
There was a Foo Fighter tribute band that played at the Oyster Fest.
Unless it was them.
Maybe it was.
I don't know. I don't remember because I don't play in the band, so I don't keep track. Unless we're like sharing the bill with them, like I don't know. Actually, they're playing in Springfield after the Apple Harvest Fest that we have coming up in October.
Nice.
But they are in a Foo Fighters tribute, and it was early 2021. They had a show lined up in late July, and Alan, he had our bandmates over just for drinks and everything. We're hanging out. Of course, music starts playing. Me, our drummer Tony, and the owner of the old tipping chair, Jeff Vitti. He plays guitar or bass. Three of us started playing some Alanis Morissette music, and Alan's just like, hey, you kind of sound like her. Did you ever think about starting like an Alanis Morissette tribute band? And then that show came up, and he's like, hey, do you think you could throw together an Alanis Morissette tribute band and open up for us? And we're like, yeah, sure. So I got Tony on drums, Jeff Vitti on bass, my buddy Kevin Howard on guitar, my other buddy Chuck Beckman on guitar. He's from this area, actually. And another buddy of mine that I worked with in PDA, Post DJ Apocalypse, which I was in before I joined Sex and Candy. He's on keys, so that's my Alanis Morissette tribute, and we are actually really good.
Could you give us a few bars of Alanis?
Oh, that's what I forgot. I was going to bring my harmonica, and I didn't.
Oh.
I forgot. I messed up.
Oh. You can still sing a little Alanis without one of the harmonica, right? One.
Oh, man, turn 98. You won the lottery. Died the next day. It's a black fly and your Chardonnay stuck the part on 2 minutes too late. And isn't it ironic?
Wow.
Don't you think?
Wow, that is on point. You shut your eyes. You thought he had Alanis in the studio.
It's like night. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
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 That is dope.
Yeah.
Almost as dope as this.
I was saying, you like the beer? You enjoying the blueberry?
It's delicious.
The blueberry is good, man. It's light. It's tasty.
So what kind of singer do you classify yourself as?
Not a good one.
What? Come on. We just
I remember that answer.
I almost spit.
No, I don't. So, again, I just kind of fell into singing. I came from like the karaoke world in my 20s. First time I ever sang in front of people by myself was, well, not even by myself. First time I sang in front of people was on my 23rd birthday. Then it wasn't until like 25, 26 that I sang by myself in front of people. And oddly enough, it was an Alanis Morissette song, Right Through You, that I sang. It was the first song I ever sang by myself in front of anybody during karaoke. But after time, just practice. I joined some Boston contests. I'm like, what's that word?
You win some money?
I did. So they basically, third place for the preliminary rounds was a $100 gift card to the bar. Second place was a $50 gift card to the bar. First place was $200 cash. I only ever won cash. So made it to the finals twice over the course of a couple years. First time in the finals, came in second place. So I won $1,000.
$1,000. How about that?
$1,000. And then the second time, I didn't place at all after doing Sia Chandelier and Don't Let Me Down by the Chainsmokers, and then Rap God by Eminem. I didn't place. And so I said to the DJ, I was like, hey, oh, actually, he said to me, he's like, what was up with that? I'm like, yeah, so who do you have judging next time? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, I'm going to judge because clearly you need better judges.
Oh.
Wow.
That was
Clearly.
my Z-Snap diva moment right there.
Go. Z-Snap.
Doesn't come out often, but when it does.
Hope it doesn't happen today.
Oh, no. We're good.
I don't know what's going on.
Clearly, you're not the only one.
We're having a blast with Pamcakes.
Yeah.
We got more beers to try and more fun when we come back. yeah. It's Beer Man Beer. Johnny Benson, Keg Kettles, and Pamcakes is here.
Heyo.
Hey, if you want to see me do stand-up, come check me out on October 15th at the Montville Polish Club in Montville, Connecticut.
Is that to support the Democrats?
It is a fundraiser.
Awkward silence.
It's a fundraiser for the Democrats, yeah.
Cannonball.
But if you just want to
I
come and
guess I
enjoy
have a
comedy.
show that day.
I gotta floss my teeth that day.
Well, if you'd rather go see Cometto, they'll be at Cafe 9 with all kinds of bands. So check them out October 15th. We're doing a Cannonball.
Because that was just awkward.
Yeah. Pam's got the right shirt on, though, right?
Donkey. Oh, hell yeah.
What's that say on your shirt?
I believe it says F-U-C-K Biden, and the F-U-C-K is made of rifles and guns.
Well, how about that, Pam?
How about that?
Are you a gun gal?
A little bit.
You own any guns?
I won't talk about that.
Okay, that's fine.
But I do have my permit and everything. So.
Oh, excellent.
You're good.
I got some.
Excellent. Shit. Well, if you're not talking about it, you must have a bazooka or some good shit, man. Come on.
We won't say how many.
All right, I understand. Oh boy.
Oh, 3 or 4.
Although I did get a really cool thing. I got my boyfriend one of those laser gun things where it's a 9mm. You can put it into any 9mm actual gun and shoot it at a target, and it's for practice purposes. But it's brilliant, and you can get different gauges for different.
Oh, you got
guns.
the bullets with the
the little
lasers.
laser. Yeah. It's I love it.
Well, that's like some 007 shit there,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, it's good. So instead of getting snap cap, you get those for target for just practicing. Like if you're in your living
You
room,
just
or
sit
something
around
like that.
inside. Yeah. It's great for just handheld, like trigger control and all that kind of stuff.
Do you
And
hunt?
then you bring it out into the field.
Do you hunt?
I don't, but I have gone on deer walks with my friends as I was trying to learn some stuff. I'm fascinated by all that kind of stuff and like just self-sufficiency and everything. I love it.
I'm looking for a rifle. That's my next venture right now. Looking for a rifle. Don't own any, just handguns. Yeah, I got my red dot 9mm.
I think I got a squirt gun in my garage somewhere. That's all I got.
Careful, she's a squirter.
Cannonball.
Cannonball.
All right, who should we do a cheers to? Who should we cheers to? Anybody?
I mean, it is 9/11 today.
I was going to say it's 9/11.
9/11.
We
Cheers to
should
everybody.
probably cheers to that.
To all those that
everybody.
passed away
Yep.
due to those freaking terrorist bastards that fucking blew their plane into the fucking buildings. Anyway.
Shot time. Ooh-wee. You remember where you were?
I was a senior in high school, and I was walking into the cafeteria for a study hall. I remember my friend Tara, who actually does my hair nowadays.
Josh, she does a great job. Look at that.
Thank you. Well, she hasn't seen me in a little while, so this isn't like the best. But anytime you've seen like colored hair on me and like the pinks and the purples and all that stuff, she's done all of that. Tara Graham, TG Alchemy, she's amazing. I remember her walking down, like just listening. The radio was really loud in the kitchen, and I remember her just walking, clearly trying to listen. And I asked her, I'm like, what's going on? She's like, I can't really tell, but I something about planes hitting the World Trade Centers. And I was like, oh, and both of us figured it was just like a tiny one-person plane or dual thing.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. I remember thinking, who the hell flies a plane that
right,
low?
which has happened before, which it had happened prior to that.
Yeah, it has happened before that.
So
yeah.
I'm like, oh, that must not be a big issue. And like other classes at the time, though, saw the whole thing, and it was a weird day. I remember that whole day, though.
I was driving into Westchester, and I heard it on a little boom box that I had because I didn't have a radio in my truck. And yeah, I thought I was going to hear this all day long, and I thought, shit, I'm gonna die driving an ice cream truck. Where was Keg Kettles?
Keg Kettles was up on scaffolding welding.
Oh man,
at a diner down in Stanford, and actually the guy that I was working with, he comes up, he goes, "Hey, planes just hit the World Trade Center." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, because behind the diner is a hotel. So everybody was in the main lobby looking at the big screen, watching all this stuff take place. So I was like, come on, man, really? He's like, yeah. So now his wife is calling him. And his wife is freaked out because she thinks that a plane's going to, like, fly into their house. And they live in Newtown. And I'm like, your wife's a fucking nut. I go, do you really think that a plane is going to find your house and land in it? Come on now. Come on, enough. Let's get this job done.
She must have been hiding something.
I'm like, let's get this job done, and let's go.
Yeah, that was a weird day. It was like she wasn't the only one thinking weird thoughts like that day, though.
Oh, who knew? Who knew it was going to come up next? You know?
I was pissed
Nobody
because he was the guy with the welder on the back of his truck. He's like, let's pack it up. I'm like, no, we're not done with the job yet. He's like, no, I got to get home because my wife's a mess. And I'm like, well, keep your fucking wife a mess. We're working. And
got to get the job done.
Got to get the job done, man. Right. So long story short.
Pam would never run off the stage after halfway through a song, right?
Nope.
No.
Got to finish.
But actually, one of the guys that was on the job, plumber, his brother was in there.
Oh.
And he got passed away. That was sad.
That's horrible. No one wants to lose nobody.
No. But I got to say, because of how close it was to 95, you see a lot of military vehicles running down 95. You saw a lot of police running down 95. You saw ambulances. You saw all kinds of stuff going. And actually, when I was traveling back home, there was just chaos everywhere. Wow. Just so much paramedics running into New York City. Yeah, crazy.
Well, thank you to everybody who helped out and all the first responders.
Crazy times, man.
But thank God we're all here and enjoying some delicious beer with Pamcakes.
And
Did we have another one?
Man.
Oh, we do. We have another beer.
We do.
I'll get that other beer. But let's hear about more Pam.
Okay.
Yeah, singing in the shower.
Singing in the shower.
Let's talk
don't.
about singing
though.
in the shower.
I sing in my car more than in the shower.
Why?
Because I don't know.
I mean, wouldn't the shower have more acoustics?
Technically, I don't. I'm that weird person because like I still don't associate. Like I don't know. It's a weird mental thing because I didn't come up singing. I didn't do choir or anything in school.
Right.
I've never had a formal vocal lesson. Or anything like that. I'm just all completely self-taught. So, like, I still think of myself as just a hack. And it took me until...
Stop.
Well, no. I still, like, it wasn't until, like, 30 that I finally was like, all right, after all this time of, like, doing karaoke and, like, seeing progress in myself, hearing it in myself, getting compliments, that I finally at least admitted, okay, I guess I am a singer. Okay, I guess I do like singing. All right, I guess I am this. I took it upon that. But then, like, since then, I identify more as a singer for sure. It's my only means of income at the moment, really. But, yeah, I'm just like, I don't know. I just do my thing. I know I can always be better.
You're so modest.
You're
so humble.
You sing in the shower, Keg?
Just wait until, but then you get me on stage with all the Sex and Candy guys, and I'm like, fuck you, I'm the best.
Oh, no doubt.
All right, so who's that cat that was singing up there with you yesterday?
So that was Chris Michaels that was singing with us. He comes from Pop Rocks. He was also in a little band called Derek and the Funbags back in the day.
Oh, that's quite a band.
See, I went to school with Derek.
Yeah.
He's a Shelton boy.
So then Matt.
And his mom actually was my tutor. How's that?
Way.
Derek Pearson, yeah.
Matt Chersky, who is the drummer of Derek and the Funbags, is the original drummer of Sex and Candy.
Wow.
And actually, Steve Chams, their keyboardist, he is going to be playing with us at Illicit this week on the 16th.
Way cool.
So, yeah, he's done a few shows with us.
But Derek, he's been around for a long time.
Very long time. I remember doing promo stuff in Hartford, and Derek and the Funbags were headlining the block party.
Oh, cool.
Well, that was and for those who don't know, Derek and the Funbags is a local band, but they are the Rolling Stones of local bands because they have a huge following. They're huge.
I mean, they're no Sex and Candy.
Next beer.
Oh, here. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, we need 2 cans anyway. Right?
2 cans, Sam?
2 cans, man. 2 cans.
Took it.
We have a friend who
Hold on, I can smell this apple. Oh, just right out of the can. It smells like an apple Jolly Rancher.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Oh, this is the
chicken. This is
wow.
Yeah, there's some Jolly Rancher quality in there.
Oh yeah. Hold on, let me put my readers on so I can see.
Here,
By the
I'll
way,
use
if you want
this one.
this is an audio podcast, but if you want to tell everybody how ridiculous my glasses look right now,
I don't want to do that.
because I broke them.
I'm embarrassed for you.
Oh no! This is ingenuity.
Check her out. She's embarrassed. You know what? There was a.
That was genius coming up.
Let me tell you, there's some MacGyver shit going on.
I'm
right
proud
there.
of you.
See, I broke one of the handles. You know what they're called? Handles?
Wings.
They're called wings. I'm
As
new to
an
glasses.
avid glass wearer.
You've always had glasses.
Always had them since I was 16. I couldn't get my license without them.
I know.
Yeah.
I have one pair of glasses. I just had it like computer work. That's all it was.
And see, that's the thing that messes up your eyes. It's the computer work.
So I had to take one of those aerodynamic triangular pencil erasers and stick it on the end. So that I won't scratch my face.
There is some ingenuity.
Poke yourself in the eye.
Oh no, I was scratching myself before. I'm like, I gotta do something. I'm like,
Yeah, let me tell you, that thing digs into your head like that. Yeah, it sucks.
awful. Anyway, I can't see these fucking things on. I could read with them, but I can't.
So this would be considered a sour ale. We haven't gotten into it yet. Come on, man. Just clean, man.
I just vacuumed today.
It's so weird. The smell, I want, like, my nose wants to taste like a cider. And then you taste it and you're like, ooh, it's like a dry cider almost because of the sour.
You know, there's no head, right? No foam.
So speaking of ciders, we were at the Brewfest, the Brass City Brewing Q, and we came across Steve.
Steve, yes.
From Stormalong.
Stormalong Ciders.
I don't think I've
So-
tried them before.
Let me tell you something. They had this apple pie. I can't recall what the name of it was, and I should have wrote it
Had
down.
like a Christmassy name to it, like
It was very Christmassy. It was like drinking an apple pie. It was absolutely delicious.
Where are they from?
Well, Steve was from Avon, but there was a lot of talk of Massachusetts. So I'm not really sure. So we apologize for not doing our
We'll
homework
circle back on that
because we were drinking.
Circle back.
All right, Jen.
I'm singing a Topher song.
Oh.
That's quoting her though.
thought you were doing that.
There's so many like music and artists that I feel like I need to introduce you to.
Let me ask you a question. Is there a 90s song that the band wants you to do that you just dread doing?
We just added Wonderwall
No, that's kind of like...
Yeah, it sucks.
because Chris and all of us are just like, ugh.
Do you have to sing that, though, or the guys sing
No,
it?
I
Okay.
don't sing it.
So you,
How about some Evanescence?
That's not 90s.
It's not.
Really?
No.
That's 2000s.
2000s.
Oh.
Bring Me
It
to
all
Life came out.
blends.
So here's the rule for Sex and Candy. If the song came out on an album that came out in the 90s, then it's a 90s song. There are certain things like Epic, like Faith No More, Epic. That's technically an 89 song.
Okay, Skid Row.
Yep.
Skid Row. They put them into the 90s, but actually they were in the latter part of the 80s. Because Youth Gone
Probably,
Wild,
yeah.
all that, they kind of group them into the
It
90s.
depends. Probably they might have had some like singles or something, but like with Faith No More, Epic, like we've all deliberated on this, like because I'm a stickler.
That might be
not
like their
as much
only
as our
good
bassist
song, right?
Matt Forster. He is the police of the '90s. I am like the cadet of the '90s. Like, nope, didn't come out then.
Is there an entire band that you'll totally avoid? Or?
So we cover Backstreet Boys, but I don't sing Backstreet
Oh,
Boys.
so you get a break then, right?
I immediately leave the stage and I start shoving the mic into everyone else's face and you sing.
Well, that's
you
fun.
sing. I don't do Backstreet Boys. I'm an NSYNC girl. We don't do NSYNC yet, but I love NSYNC.
Did some Britney last time.
I did do Britney. I love Britney.
In sync, huh?
I am. They could sing. They could sing a cappella, 5-part harmony. Backstreet Boys didn't do that shit. And
What about New Kids on the Block?
I almost wore my New Kids on the Block shirt today, but then I'm like, no, I can't. I was wearing it earlier. New Kids on the Block are amazing.
I mean, I'm not going to bore anybody with my story because it's already
I think
been
I'm the
told.
only one at this table that didn't see them live.
I saw New Kids on the Block at Fenway last year. First time ever seeing them One of the best shows ever. They played for about 2.5, 3 hours. Granted, a good hour worth of content was doing covers of other songs like Sweet Caroline, because they're in Boston. But they put on a fantastic show. And they left the stage, came out onto the field, and came out onto the top of the dugouts and everything. So they were like right up there. They had the whole run of Fenway.
All right, so who's your favorite
Band?
No, Lucas and the Black.
Joey McIntyre.
I was thinking Donnie. I don't know. She seems like a Donnie girl.
Joey McIntyre.
Joey McIntyre, huh?
Joey McIntyre.
Please don't go, girl. See?
You're my popsicle.
See? I freaking know.
Popsicle was my favorite Joey McIntyre song. Kindergarten. I was in kindergarten when that song was out, and it is still one of my favorites.
Wow.
One of my best friend Jenny, she just got married in May. She was actually an old promo girl with me.
Congratulations.
Jordan Knight was her.
Her husband?
Jordan Knight was her. That's her NKOTB guy.
Oh, I thought that was a score if she married Jordan Knight.
She tells a story about how she saw them live, or no, she saw Jordan Knight performing somewhere. I don't know where, but she was so excited that she just ran up on stage and just grabbed him in a hug, and security had to like pull her off.
Jacked her up on stage.
And she's like the tiniest little girl, but she just like held on for dear life.
Nice. So you don't have like a guilty pleasure then? You know, is there a band you're ashamed to like?
No, because I'm not ashamed. Like I've seen Hanson.
You sang Hanson, didn't you, last night?
I did.
We heard you do
Mbop.
Mbop.
I've seen Mbop live 3 times.
Wow.
I got shit-faced the first time because
go
my
brag
friends were
about
opening up in the speaking of Webster that we were chatting about before the show, Webster Underground. My friends were playing there before the Hanson show, so I'm like, I didn't pay money to see you guys play, so I'm going to stay for the Hanson show because I had friends working in the bar, so they got me drunk for free. And it was fun.
This is good friends right there.
That's good friends. Any friend to get you drunk for free. Speaking of that, Cannonball. Anyway.
Oh.
No, we don't.
We're going to
It's cannon, it's ball.
I
It must be a cannonball.
Remember, she got to drive.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll go easy on you.
All right.
Remember, I'm also in Sex and Candy.
That's it. Thanks again.
Cannonball.
Cannonball.
And she even has a blow-up doll.
I do.
You have any photos with you in the blow-up doll?
Do I have any
Of
photos?
you with the blow-up doll.
That's
There's
dirty.
videos.
That's dirty.
I think you need an 8x10 that you could sign and just give
I
to the
mean,
fans.
I'll admit, technically, she is in the car right now.
No way.
She is.
Oh, no. We can't.
Is she blown up or is she deflated?
Johnny
She's
Sears
half.
cup.
Oh.
I half deflated her so she could fit a little bit
she's
more
in half
comfortably,
mast.
not in the back seat, because I didn't want somebody breaking into my car to try to steal my blow-up doll.
Listen, you're in the mean streets of Connecticut.
That's
over
it.
here.
In the Huntington section of Shelton. I don't know.
Have you guys been to Maria V's, by the way?
Who?
Maria V's?
Where's that?
In Shelton.
I don't know where that is.
I don't know.
Shelton.
We don't leave the studio much.
No.
Shelton. Hold on. Where's Maria V's? What is Maria V's?
It's just a little restaurant. I played there with this other band, Some Hacks, like a few weeks ago.
Some
but-
hacks. I work with those guys all the time. I'm a comedian.
I know.
I work with them too.
I work more than some hacks. I work with tons of them.
I work with a lot of hacks
You work
too.
with the Total Hacks.
No, I know the total.
Okay,
hacks.
so Maria V's. But hold on. Where's Maria V's?
It's somewhere near here. I don't know.
I've never heard of that.
Really?
All right, and that's a spot where there's live bands, live music. Or?
It was a tiny little spot, but they had bands. Yeah, it was a
we'll
nice
have to
little
go.
spot.
We need to sleuth it.
The food was pretty good.
Oh, you sold me. I'm in on food.
It's local.
Do they have a beef Wellington?
I don't think so.
No, we're not going.
We're a little,
Off the
we're a little
table.
bougie.
Listen, I am still
We're
in
off.
search of a good beef Wellington.
They don't have it at Wellington's.
No, they have Wellington bites. What the fuck is that?
That's horrible.
Like-
Oh, are we
like
still doing the
burger
F jar?
bites?
Huh?
We still doing the
I
F
think-
jar?
We'll check with Brandy and see what we know.
Yeah. I don't even care anymore.
I was gonna ask you that, but then I heard some F bombs and stuff
Yeah.
on other ones, and I'm like,
Yeah, we
I-
lose track.
Fuck you, I won't do
I've
what you
actually been
tell
the guy
me.
dropping them.
Yeah,
Not so much Johnny. He's been the quiet one about the F bombs.
not too much. Did I slip one in the beginning? That was during the pre-recording or mic check. I did drop an F-bomb because I
Did
was
you?
blown away by Pammy singing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, you did. You did, yes. So that doesn't count.
No, sometimes.
Get them all.
I was very happy. Well, because we were told it wasn't a family event, and we did Killing in the Name to end off the set at the Brass City.
Imagine doing Bop and Killing in the Name in the same.
Oh, it was in the same set, I think.
Set, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, basically.
it shows your
range. That's
your
it.
range, yeah.
Yeah, we usually do Tool Sober, your favorite.
Stop.
Pam, what's the most trouble you've ever gotten into at a gig?
Well, not so much me. It's usually, so usually
So you don't get in any trouble, right?
I never. No, I was actually trying to think of like something.
Can I
I'm
call
like,
bullshit on that? I just have a feeling. I'm just have a feeling.
somebody else would have to call me out on it. But yeah, no, I was legitimately trying to think of something that like, did I get in any kind of trouble? I'm like,
You ever stage dive?
oh, actually, yes. So when I was back, the first band that I was in, PDA, Post AJ Apocalypse, we were playing at Yellow Kittens on Block Island. It was the end of July 2019.
You do a lot on Block Island, huh?
So that was the first time I had ever been on Block Island, was when I did that gig.
Okay.
This past summer is the most this past summer is a whole nother story. That's a completely separate thing. That was at Ballard's with this band Royal Blue. Love it. Hopefully we'll be doing
there?
more.
No.
Oh, you
Block
gotta
Island's
check it
cool.
out.
Block
No, I
Island's
believe
cool.
I have.
Yeah. Next year.
All right, we'll go.
Next year
We'll
we'll
go.
do a podcast from Block Island.
That's it.
And
Full
actually, I'll be
band.
going out there in October.
We should do a remote from a Sex and Candy live show.
Well,
there we go.
Sex and Candy is probably not going to be playing out there because we're a little too raunchy for them.
Too raunchy?
It's a little raunchy for
Well,
them.
because they have sex in their name.
What about...
But it was at Yellow Kitten, so we were there with PDA, and it was the end of July, and it was we had 2 shows, Friday, Saturday. One of the shows, I can't remember what night it was. I think it was a Saturday. It was during... What was it during? Blink-182, All the Small Things. We were covering that song, and I finally was just like, who's gonna catch me? And I just jumped, and people caught me, and I stage dived and started to crowd surf in Yellow
must've been
Kittens bar on Block Island. That was the first time I'd ever done any kind of crowd surfing.
Hey.
I made it. They brought me back to the stage.
Oh, you're tiny. They could probably throw you on like a volleyball.
They didn't grow up.
It's like
did they?
I get up on. Typically, when you see me perform, like even last night, I'm up on the bars. I'm climbing up on things anytime I can do that stuff. But the only time I've ever actually crowd surfed was at that show. And then I surfed a crowd surfer at A Day to Remember in 2019.
You surfed a crowd surfer.
Oh, so you were
So you were
surfing?
standing on top
So
of the dude
Yes.
that was being...
So A Day to
surfed.
Remember, if you've never seen this band before, they do this little thing during one of their songs.
I've
and I
heard of
can't-
them.
Yeah.
I've never actually seen them.
I saw them 3 times in 2019, first time. And like for people listening that like come from this world, they're like, how did you not see them prior to this? The last Warped Tour that was in Atlantic City.
Is that still a thing?
Not anymore.
Yeah, I think so.
So 2019, end of June, last Warped Tour, whole weekend thing, Atlantic City. They were one of the headliners. It was Blink-182 one night was a headlining. A Day to Remember was a second headlining. That was my first time seeing A Day to Remember. All of my friends that I was with had seen them countless times prior to this. That was my introduction. Thousands of people on the beach, and I see them going up during this one song. People literally getting crowd surfed, but on their stomach, and then people standing on top of them, surfing them. Yeah.
So is it kind of like what happened at the 99 Woodstock, where they actually had pieces of plywood
Yep.
where people were standing on,
Yep.
surfing through the crowd?
Yeah, except it was people that they're standing on. And so it was even better.
Wow.
So I saw them there. I saw them at Palladium too, and that was outside.
Never been to the Palladium.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a cool venue.
Isn't that where downtown Julie Brown used to have her show?
I don't know.
Something, the MTV thing, the dance party.
What was her big like catchphrase?
Wubba, wubba,
wubba,
wubba.
wubba, wubba. Yes.
So they were doing the show outside, and it's all asphalt. And I was wondering, like, if they would still do it. I saw a couple people still do this thing. Not as many, obviously, as at the beach. The third time I saw them that year, it happened to be my birthday week. I was with my buddy Alan, not my bandmate, a different buddy Alan, whose birthday is a day after mine. We were at the same show. Our other buddy Nick, who was with us, he just points to us, or points to me, really. He's going, we're doing it today, and you're going up. And I knew exactly what he was talking about.
Oh, man.
I'm like, okay. So as soon as the song starts, and he's like, this is a song, I hand my purse off to his girlfriend. I run up. They toss Alan up. He goes up. They throw me up on top of Alan. I remember holding like Nick's hand to steady myself as I stand up, and it was all slow motion in my head. But when I see the video, I'm like, oh, that was like really quick. I remember
you have video of this?
There is a little video of it.
Oh,
It's on my
it's
on my Instagrams.
Oh, we gotta look it. We gotta look.
I remember like letting go of his hand and both of us being like, "This is the coolest thing ever." And I stand up. And you see me stand up, and I was like one of the first people to actually stand up and go like yay! And then I fell, and then I got back up. Mind you, I fell twice between the first initial stand up and when I had to get off because they were obviously moving us toward the stage. I fell twice, and I never hit the ground because the crowd is that smart at A Day to Remember shows where they know to compact and just anybody that's up in the air, you make sure they do not fall. And they were awesome.
Yeah, I've seen
and I made it on the
shows.
back on the screen behind the band too.
Really?
There's actually a really cool shot that Meg, Nick's girlfriend, got. I'm surprised that she was able to even get this. It was like a split second shot. I'm kneeling down on Alan because I'm about to fall in front of the stage. Jeremy, the singer of the band, is like doing devil horns and being like, yeah. And my face is on the back screen. It's all in this one picture.
Just
it's
before
beautiful.
you go down.
Just before I go down.
Nice.
It's beautiful.
Now, we were talking about on the show before about etiquette as far as like mosh pits go and all that. And I was at the Hatebreed show. It was probably like my first mosh pit ever, and I was looking up the lights up the whole time. You know, I was on my back most of the time.
And then he pushed me in.
Yeah, but people would, if you fell, they pick it right up.
If you're at the right show, where was that?
That was New Haven at College Street.
Okay, I haven't been there yet. I've heard
beautiful.
great things about
Oh,
it.
good. Well,
Really
it's the
wanna
old
Palace Theater.
Palace Theater.
Yes. Okay. And I don't even think I went there before that
I'd
either.
never been to the Palace. So there's a Palace in New Haven. There was a Palace in Waterbury. I'm not sure about Hartford. But they all kind of disappeared. Palace, I think, is still in Waterbury. And now it's College Street in New Haven. Nice venue. Really nice venue.
Speaking of interesting mosh pit stories, it was at that same Warped Tour that A Day to Remember that was playing. On the second stage, this band, 4 Year Strong, they're out of Worcester, Mass. Awesome band. Love them. They are known for having crazy mosh pits at their show. So their second stage, in their crowd, they had at least 3 mosh pits going on at one point in that tiny little crowd. But I remembered my buddy Keegan and I were in the middle of the pit, and we were right next to one open pit. And I watched all these people crowd surfing, like people are crowd surfing above me. So he's standing behind me, just making sure that they don't fall in me because I'm taking some video. And I look to my left and I see this open wound of a pit. All these guys are moshing. And I look over and I see this one girl like crowd surfing towards the pit. I'm like, oh no, she's going to fall. But somehow, some way, all these guys that are moshing notice her too. At the same moment, they all just stop, grab her as a collective unit, carry her across the open thing, going like literally like, carry her around to the other side of the hole, and then they just go back to moshing. I'm like, that's concert etiquette right there.
Yeah, but normally I've seen at shows where girls are doing that and guys are groping them. And
Well, it happens.
Yeah, but you know what?
That's not etiquette.
I know it's part of the whole thing, and girls, going up.
The smart, honestly, anybody that I've ever been to a concert with, all the guys that I know, they are the first people that would say if it's ever witnessed, you
knocking his teeth on his throat.
Absolutely.
Not cool. Not
Yeah.
cool at all.
It is not.
And
cool.
I've seen a lot of shows like that, and that just
like it's
pisses me
something
off.
that you almost have to expect. Sadly,
That's the problem.
but with guys too, honestly,
going up,
like guys
you
and
should be
girls,
expecting that
yeah, you're going to have
there's a 50-50 chance that something's going to happen.
yeah. Regardless, you're gonna expect tons of hands on you because
Yeah.
that's the only way you're going to be safe is if there's tons
Right,
of hands on
right.
you too.
Yeah, that's true.
But
But
when
I've
they
also
cross
seen
the
people
line,
go up and then they get to a point and they're dropped, and it's
Yeah.
like concrete. And
luckily, at least there was on a beach. So if anybody fell, it was on sand. But
Right.
regardless, you got to be mindful.
All right. When we come back, we're gonna go through some of.
we never really talked about this beer, by the way.
Oh, we'll talk about it when we get back and we hear some of Pam's favorite tunes. We'll hear what her super band is and all that fun stuff.
Sounds good.
Solid time hanging with Pamcakes. Check out Sex and Candy at the Apple Festival, October 8th.
SecondCandyBand.com.
Yeah. Name the band Keg Kettles.
I don't know.
I want to know.
I feel like I've heard them before.
You definitely did. Member has been on our show.
Is this Danielle?
This is Inez,
This is Inez?
the damn broads.
Really?
I like that.
This is cool, man.
I'm
See,
not
I was thinking like Danny.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Witchcraft Daddy?
I was thinking Witchcraft Danny, yeah.
Ah, she could rock out, I think.
I don't know. I was thinking of something like obscure.
Good time.
Where are they from?
Connecticut.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Waterbury, I think.
nice.
Yeah.
See, once you head towards the southern part of Connecticut, then you start getting into good bands. When you go up north, then you get Sex and Candy.
Ah, we love Sex and Candy.
Hold on, you get Sex and Candy up there? Wow.
And
Wow. Sex and Candy.
not or.
Oh.
We do have a good friend of the show who wrote a book called Sex and Waffles.
I listened to that podcast.
You did?
I
Did you enjoy it?
I
Because I
did.
told her to listen to
I
it.
did. Yeah.
I told her.
That was a good one.
Shout out to Joy.
That was
Wherever
fun.
you are.
And you guys played the song "Sex and Candy"
We
too
sang it,
during
we sang it, right?
I was very impressed.
But we can only play a little bit
Yep.
because if not,
Yep.
if we go any longer than 10 seconds, then
Probably.
10:30, I think, whatever. I don't know how much.
Then we'll
I
have
would
lawyers
say-
on us.
Yeah, I don't know how much.
I'm surprised it's not 1.5.
I know our friend Tyler. I don't know how much he owes Earth, Wind, and Fire for playing a little
yeah.
bit of September before everyone.
September.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
What a good song! What a great band!
That's a great. Oh yeah,
Great band.
Do you remember?
If they ever come around,
We'll
I'm
go.
just saying,
We'll go.
we got to go.
We'll go.
And I
We got to bring Pam with us.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
crowd surf Pam to the stage. And let her-
Oh, I don't
and
know
let her sing.
about.
Do you remember?
I'd rather see her across. I could.
How about we pick you up and she could ride on your back?
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'll surf
yeah,
you.
That's fine.
Surf the keg, man. Oh yeah.
I would cripple her. If not
Bambi,
kill
what
her.
are your top bands?
My top bands. Green Day has always been my favorite band since I was 9 years old.
All right, but as communist as they are,
As communist as they are,
you still
I
like them?
love them. I have always.
Are we going early Green Day? Or are we going
all
like,
Green Day?
all
of the Green Day.
As political as they are.
As political as it, but so that's the other thing. I have friends that are like, even like they're so political. I'm like, they're punk. Of course they're political. They've always been political, but it wasn't until American Idiot that they actually put it out there. But I don't care because the music is still good.
So are they really punk though?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm
Well, it
kind of on the fence
depends.
about
Well-
the punk.
I like Dookie.
Dookie was great.
Dookie was a good
That's
album.
a good album, yeah.
Yeah.
After that, I think
that was another thing. I was listening to your other podcast with Brian from Illicit, and you guys were talking about Operation Ivy, and somebody didn't know Operation Ivy, and I was like, they have knowledge. Green Day covers knowledge in every single show that they do, and that's actually the song that they have somebody come up and play guitar typically, and they give the guitar, and they're covering an Operation Ivy song.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. So I will say, Green Day is the reason that I got introduced to a lot of other punk artists and a lot of other
Like
I
Rancid?
will say yes, but and the
whole CBGB
Operation
thing?
Ivy, all that. I got to see Rancid in 2019 too. They were great.
I wanted to go see Rancid down in Bridgeport, and they had this whole big ticket sale for Rancid and Dropkick. And
I was on stage with Dropkick.
oh, shut your mouth!
You weren't. What were you doing?
back.
What were you doing
We'll
upstage?
go back
So
to
we
that.
wanted to go down to the Hefty Bag down in Bridgeport, and ticket sales were like super low. Everything was awesome, and I missed it. And then,
Well, it rained like hell, right?
well, I don't think it matters with the Hefty Bag sitting above you, but ticket prices went crazy high for like shitty seats. So I was like, nope, I'm not paying it.
Well,
so I missed Rancid.
Was it
and
Via
Dropkick.
Go-Go? Via No?
Were you at that show?
Not that one.
No, I heard that one. The storm was so bad they had to stop.
Oh, did they?
Oh, really?
Yeah, they didn't.
Oh.
They didn't.
Oh, no.
Dropkick didn't play a whole set.
But I'm not really big on the Hefty Bag down there, and they haven't really sold it to me.
What do you mean by hefty bag?
Looks like a freaking Hefty Bag. Like
I don't think
like-
I've been to this venue.
Okay, it's the new venue where the Bluefish used to play.
No, I haven't been there yet.
Right in back of the, which
Was
used
that
to
the-
be
is-
Webster Bank Arena.
Was that where Foo played?
Who?
Foo?
Foo Fighters, yes. Yes.
That's
Foo
where. Okay,
Fighters
so
played
I
there?
yeah. So I did
Boys
not.
to Men I know played there.
Oh.
On my birthday, actually.
Hailstorm played there. My kids were there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I like them.
Yeah.
You ever doing a Hailstorm? Yeah, they're not 90s, huh?
They're not 90s, but I do get a lot of people that
They got to
say,
request
like,
that, you know.
Oh yeah,
Sing
with
some
it-
Lizzie.
Actually, it's
Snafu.
with Snafu. Like
Snafu will
we've
play.
talked about doing Hailstorm stuff, but she gets up there.
Oh my god.
I love her voice. She's on like her high stuff is like just on my cusp. Like if I worked with a vocal trainer, I could probably.
So you don't do anything with the vocal trainer. You're just
I-
naturally
that's-
good.
I'm just naturally awesome. No, like it's one of those things. I say it not so much with pride anymore.
No, I get it. Yeah.
Like I say it, but I'm just like I need to find somebody. I need to work
do
with
you
somebody.
think doing that would make you so much better?
It would absolutely help with just honing in and figuring out how to hit certain notes better, cleaner, more open, things like that. Like I have figured out a lot on my own, and I'm very proud of myself for being able to do what I've been able to do naturally, but I need to find somebody.
Like we've done karaoke, but we're not winning no $1,000 prizes when we do it.
No. I gotta say, I guess I'm.
What's your
okay.
favorite karaoke song to sing?
I used to sing "Return of the Mac"
Yeah, he used
That's
to
a
rock
90s
it too.
song.
He rocked it. Yeah.
What about you?
because I could cheat. I'd have to actually sing. I'm like,
Every rose.
Every Rose. That your
Poison.
go-to?
That's my go-to. Yeah.
Dio Holy Diver was my first go-to.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I can see her hitting the highs on that. Yeah.
my other one is
Okay, so let's talk about Dio, Holy Diver. Do you like Dio's version or Killswitch version?
I'm a Dio. Killswitch is great.
See, Killswitch is such a better, more
of Holy
It's
Diver.
yeah.
fuller. I get it, but it's just, it's not.
Well, it's Dio. I get it. I
It's
get
not
it.
the same.
Have you ever heard of a band called Liliac?
Yeah. Isn't that a disease?
They're young kids. They're a family.
But hold on, isn't that like a
I don't know.
Liliac?
It
Isn't
might be
that
a disease. It might be. But
Isn't it like a gluten thing?
Celiac.
Oh, that's silly.
But
That's
the girl
freaking
who
silly.
sings, they do Rainbow in the Dark, and it's amazing.
Really?
How old are they?
They're like kids. They're maybe a high school to almost 20 years old or
Nice.
something. I don't know. They were on America's Got Talent.
Okay.
You ever think about doing that kind of stuff?
No.
No, not into that.
People have, for years, people are like, you should be on The Voice in American. Well, mostly they would start with American Idol. I'm like, I'm too old for American Idol. And then like, what about The Voice? I'm like, no.
Well, there was that gray hair guy on American Idol.
And it was still within the age range at the time. I think
he
it was.
went to
Well,
Broadway.
they might have changed it over the years, but I remember at the time, I want to say like 29 or 30 was the cutoff.
Then again, I look at my son who's 19. I'm like, dude, you got a lot more gray hair than I do.
Oh my
What the
god.
hell is wrong with you? It's all this stress, man.
I remember
These are all-
having hair.
Those woke years.
What else you got on your list besides Green Day?
Well, let's go back to Lizzie Hale.
Lizzie Hale?
Yeah.
I don't see. Like, I love her voice. That's somebody like with voices.
But here's my problem. Every song sounds the same.
I
And
won't
every lyric
disagree.
sounds the same.
I won't disagree.
Well,
She's
Disturbed is that way too. Kiss,
You're You're right.
AC/DC.
So there's
But at
actually
the same time,
hold on.
but at the same time, when you hear it, you know it's her.
Yeah,
you know it's
absolutely.
them,
And I go,
and that's a good
Ooh,
thing.
what's on the bridge? Because I don't want to hear Lizzie Hale.
No, I love Lizzie Hale, and I like when she does
he's
covers.
a mad fan.
Yeah, her covers are great. It was it was the Temple
York-
of the Dog cover that they did.
Oh, I didn't hear that one.
But I heard New York State of Mind.
Oh, I like it.
Who's the girl? Alicia Keys.
Oh, in New York.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one. Yeah.
Blows it.
Listen to the Temple of the Dog cover with
That's
Hale. Yeah, they
What song?
the
Hunger Strike.
Yes.
That's it.
Love that
And
song.
she basically, like, as she
I
normally
actually heard
does,
that song yesterday.
like, she's
104.1. Never listened to that freaking station ever.
No, that's your.
Sex and Candy is sponsored by 104.1. You should listen to them all the time.
I don't like regular radio. I gotta
I
listen to
know.
the stuff I pay for.
I understand.
Sorry.
No, if I'm going to listen to radio, it's usually 104.
Did you ever go to any of the Radio 104 festivals?
Absolutely. I had VIP passes to the first 104
Really?
Fest when it was at Riverside. When
I
it
was
was
just gonna
Riverside.
say that. Son of a gun.
It was Riverside. Oh yeah,
On the
I had-
racetrack.
On the
Yeah.
racetrack, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I was in 6th or 7th grade that year, though.
Are you sure that was the first one?
That was the first
It
one.
was where they had him first, yeah.
Yep.
Because I saw.
I only know it was because that was the year that my dad was doing the radio show with Steve Parker
I
on
was there.
WPOP.
Who played?
Stabbing Westward.
Stabbing Westward
opened
was there.
up.
I had a T-shirt. The Verve
Yeah.
Pipe was there. I remember.
Yep.
And I remember Local H was there. I
Local
got a
H,
Local
yeah.
H
Copacetic.
demo
Yep.
cassette tape
Yeah.
of theirs. Their EP.
Cassette tape.
A cassette
Wow.
EP of Local H from
Yeah.
there.
This was around the time I was going to Connecticut School of Broadcasting, where I learned.
my
everything-
dad teaches there.
Nice.
Yeah, down in Stanford. My dad.
Look at this whole full circle.
Oh,
That's where I learned everything I know about.
I
how-
just saw Dick Robinson at the.
Dick Robinson. Nice.
Yeah, I just saw him at the WDRC.
Dick is
just,
still alive?
Yes, he is.
Dick Robinson.
He is holding on. Oh, he is. Yeah,
I had a fun time then, man. That was a lot of fun.
there. That
learned-
whole year, it was.
And here
It's
you are
so
doing
great.
pop.
Like I've heard
That's it.
so many stories. I would love to. You guys would love my dad. Talk to my dad.
Oh, let's bring him on the next time.
Well, he's going back to Florida, so maybe next year.
Let's go to Florida.
Or let's go to Florida.
So is he a snowbird?
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
My parents are snowbirds.
Yeah.
Yeah. They go down to Port St. Lucie. They come back to Griswold, Connecticut now.
Griswold.
Yeah, that's where they basically camp.
You stay at
Where-
you go to the Griswold Inn?
No.
Okay. Good
No, I have been there.
good ice cream pie there.
Yeah.
How about Clark W?
That's Chicago. What happened to Dead Sarah? That's on your list.
Dead Sarah. I love Dead Sarah. I haven't listened to them in a while, but like they're still a band. I was trying to think of like bands that I can just sit there and listen
You
to
sing their
no
stuff?
matter what.
That's a hard one to sing, right?
I haven't been able to, but I would need somebody to play their music to be able to sing because they're not.
Isn't
like in
there
karaoke
a
or something.
connection with Dead Sarah and Fleetwood Mac?
I don't know and I don't care.
The
but
name,
there is a
the
connection with Dead Sarah in Connecticut because 106.9 WCCC was the first band on the East Coast to play Dead Sarah ever,
I don't
and
like
that's
the
the
band
whole
either,
reason why
but
that they were
I-
out here.
I thought there was there was something with Fleetwood Mac, the song, the name, and that band. I'm just saying.
Curious, are you a Miley Cyrus fan at all?
I am.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I like her.
Me too. That last
great.
album, Shadow, is amazing.
Which one was that?
I don't like the poppy stuff, the Party in the USA shit. I like her.
Oh
rock,
no, I like that
her-
one too.
I like her rock stuff that came out.
I sing Party in the USA.
Well, I like it if you sing it. What's that? Oh, Keg. The look on Keg's face is like he just tasted a really bad beer from Kingston.
I love pop. I just said I
like
love
pop
Britney
music, too.
Spears.
Listen, here you are sitting there with a "fuck Biden" shirt on, but yet you're over here spewing Miley
I
Cyrus.
love Green Day. I love
and
Miley
Green
Cyrus.
Day. You love all these communists.
Is Miley a communist?
Her father
She's
is
in the
too.
entertainment business, so she might as well be.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're all
I
communists.
I understand.
They might as well
And the
be
achy breaky
Satanists.
heart dude. Yeah. They're all communists. They can say all they want. They're all freaking in it for the money.
They're
Follow the money,
definitely
people. Follow the
very
money.
leftists.
Here, let me let Keg's head explode on this one. Have you heard Demi Lovato's new album?
I have not heard the new album, so here's my thing about Demi Lovato. She is crazy as fuck, but she is still one of the best voices in the industry.
And she's got an album now. It's like more
Absolutely.
pop punk now more than pop.
Oh, I heard that she was writing
She's-
something
she's
like
doing
that.
like a real-
yeah.
the album came
She's
out.
just gone off the deep end. She is amazing. She sounds amazing live.
You're really trying to fucking hurt me.
I'm trying to get your head to explode. Yes. Cannibal.
Cannonball.
Nah,
a
yeah,
lot of Cannibal.
there are so, I mean, that's the thing, and that's what actually I loved about the people that I work with, because typically when you think of the music industry, you think of leftists, liberals, and these people that are like just so far off the deep end that they're so engulfed in their own little bubble that they don't pay attention to what's actually going on in the
No
real
cannonball
world.
for any one of you.
That's all
You
you.
freaking communists.
You're divide.
I just killed it.
But like that's what you're used to. But I've been so thankful and so lucky and almost surprised that like everybody that I work with in Connecticut are very like-minded to me, and it's nice.
I
And
thought we were going to be friends today.
we
Oh,
are
well.
friends.
No, we're not. You keep talking about all these communists.
Hey,
You like to say.
hey, I can differentiate. I can support their music and not their ideology.
Cannibal.
Sip.
Cannibal.
Sip.
Listen, we didn't talk about this beer at
Let's
all.
talk a little bit about this beer because
But
Yeah,
there's
we
not
didn't.
much left.
it's appley
know.
sweet. We got more cans.
Dude, all we've been doing is drinking this beer and not
I got
talking
plenty
about
of
it.
it.
Because it's so good. I actually like this one.
This
It's
is
a
good.
very unfiltered.
Clean. It's clean.
Huh?
You taste it. It's clean. Yeah. Taste the apple.
It smells like a sour, or it smells like a
Well,
cider.
I mean, there's a complexity to it. I don't know about clean. I mean, when
Not
you
clean?
look at,
It doesn't look clean.
I mean, look how unfiltered that is.
I mean, like the flavor. You taste the apple.
flavor?
You taste the.
yeah.
I say that's the thing. I smell the apple, so
I
it
mean-
like I said, it smells like a cider. But when as soon as you taste it, you taste that sour, the Berliner Weiss. It's
Yeah.
not really like a sour, but you taste that it's not
If you knew anything about Germany, it would be a V, not a W. It would
Berliner
be a
Weiss.
Berliner Weiss.
Okay,
No W.
okay.
You communist lover.
Yeah. Storm along.
Okay,
Cider.
comrade.
Oh boy.
Hail Hydra.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome.
All right. Let's dial it back in there, Johnny.
Storm Along Ciders had a apple cider that we tried yesterday, and I'm drinking this.
Again, shout out to Steve.
Steve looks like Johnny Damon, and he makes good cider. And
You got a good site profile of him, didn't you?
yeah,
Without
yeah.
the beard.
Oh,
I
I'll
mean,
post it
yeah.
on. Follow us on
Yeah.
Beer Man Beer Pod Instagram, and you can see the pictures. But yeah, all
But,
right.
I mean, looking at it, very
That's
cloudy,
super.
unfiltered.
Well, that was like the end of the can, right?
no, I got more. We got 2 more cans.
Yeah.
No,
let's-
I'm just
yeah,
saying
let's
with what
give
he
it a
has
can.
poured in.
Oh, okay. Do you want
That was more. Yeah. I'll take it.
But when it comes to the actual, I mean, you definitely get that pie filling.
Thank you.
But I'm
And
saying
you
though,
definitely get the cinnamon and the vanilla that comes
it's
through
good.
as
It's
well.
good. But I feel like drinking that beer we had yesterday. It really tasted like we drank a liquid apple pie.
But that was actually created by apples.
Yes,
There was
real
no
apples.
fake-
Real apples.
There was
yes.
nothing fake about it.
So it was a cider.
It's all natural.
It was a cider,
Yes,
yeah.
It was actually a cider.
Cider. But it didn't taste. I mean, it wasn't like so like like a cider tastes like that.
Ciders taste fake. Was that you or me?
That might have been me.
Pammy.
I'm going. I didn't feel that,
That's
but
one of Pammy's vocal exercises.
Bubbles just trickle up sometimes.
I'm like,
Man, you know.
normally that's me. I'm like, that didn't cover me. But yeah, that was your cider.
Yeah.
No artificial flavors.
No.
Did
So
you
this-
guys see the Down East? My buddy Kevin Messer over at Down East yesterday.
I don't know if we did.
I believe we walked by.
Oh no!
We didn't know if it was your buddy. We would have stopped.
Yeah,
We walked by. We looked.
He used to be a sales rep at the distributor that I used to work for, and now he's over at Down East, which is one of the brands that we would sell.
I saw the sign.
Yep.
But I think we walked
That's
by.
if I do a cider, it's going to typically be like a Down East or Austin East or something that's unfiltered or just like straight in your face like that.
Not really big into ciders. Ciders were a big thing back in the 90s, right?
I remember like Woodchuck.
Yeah, Woodchuck. What was the other one? There was like two.
Well, Angry Orchard. That's like the big one. But like I can't do. I'd rather have a Woodchuck than an like when it comes
Too
to those
sweet.
big names.
Too
Yeah,
sweet.
I gotta tell
way
you,
too sweet.
who makes good ciders is Labyrinth.
Labyrinth.
Oh, I haven't had theirs.
Very good ciders.
Yeah.
I don't think I have them.
I cannot say that I have.
Let's take a little road trip to Manchester and put the Manchester in Manchester.
Well, if we're going to Manchester,
We gotta go see Brian.
Gotta go see Brian.
That's it. They gotta go see
Absolutely.
Sex and Candy because they play there regularly, right?
And SNAFU.
And SNAFU too. All the bands play there, right?
Yeah.
Are you doing Jagged Little Pam there too, or not?
Not yet. No, not yet.
Oh, gotta get that one in too.
Yeah.
You ever think you'd do a concert of all three bands,
Oh God, that's a lot of singing. That's a lot of singing.
like a Woodstock of all Pam?
I after watching the Netflix Woodstock thing, I was saying to the Sex and Candy guys, I'm like, we gotta do a '99 Woodstock night. Put a plank up there. I'll stand up there. Carry me through.
Bonfires everywhere.
Can you do corn?
Sure, whatever. That I was mentioning. I'm like, yeah. I can't do the vocals so well yet.
Can you do Bush? Gavin, what's his name? Rosdale?
Gavin Rossdale.
Yeah.
Well, we used to do one song when Ryan was in the band. I can't remember the song now.
John's a big Bush fan.
They're good.
Not George, but the
Yeah.
band. My grandmother loved George Bush.
She
Remember, I
did.
bought my grandmother.
Williams.
I bought my grandmother like a life-sized cutout of George Bush for Christmas.
Yeah. And also, we were at a time we were down in the city, and he bought her a mug. I think it was, Clinton. It was a
No, it
Clinton
was
mug.
me and Clinton, right? I was in the picture with Clinton. Like
Yeah.
a pic. Yeah, that was wild. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a Clinton mug.
Shout out to my
Yeah.
grandmother.
Yeah.
You
So good.
She would have loved you.
Oh, yeah.
She would have loved your shirt.
Yeah. We actually found this. There was this guy in Fort Myers when I was down for my friend Jenny's wedding. She was getting married in Fort Myers. We were downtown. We were in a
She
bar.
married Jordan, right? She married Jordan.
Jordan Knight, yes.
Yeah.
Jenny married Jordan Knight. And so after the wedding, we were in downtown Fort Myers in this bar, and we see this guy wearing this Fuck Biden shirt and a hat, and we're like, whoa, we love your attire. And he's like, I'm selling them outside out of my motorcycle. And we're like, done. Take my money. We don't care.
Well, I
So-
have a sticker for you.
I have a hat at home, a bright pink hat, and I have this shirt. My boyfriend has a shirt as well. It's great.
I have a Let's Go Brandon hat.
I have,
And I have a sticker for you, too.
is it Let's Go Brandon?
Yes. And NASCAR print. Really
I
good.
have a Let's Go Brandon sweatshirt
Oh, do you?
from I would have to look it up. I can't remember where I got it from. People from Instagram. Just,
Oh, yeah.
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 The Instagram family. And then I also got my dog Rex. I love him. A Biden dog toy. So he
Yeah.
ripped.
It's like when Trump was around, they had the Trump toys for dogs.
I have a MAGA
Yeah.
collar for my dog.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
And then the toilet paper,
No,
too. Yeah.
And
that
a
was always
little-
good.
And I think the Biden toy came with like maybe a MAGA or some kind of bandana or something with it.
Very good.
Political
Political
merch,
pancake-
man.
Political pancakes.
Political merch for pooches, man. How do we get the blow up doll to come on the show?
Maybe next time. Ask very nicely.
We have to get a very
I feel
in-depth
like
interview with the
maybe
blow-up
when
doll.
you venture into doing video for the podcast.
Everybody wants that. Everybody wants us to do video.
Oh, you got to venture into doing video.
We should
But
put
I
a
only have
poll
a
up.
face for radio.
Maybe we have to hook up
How
with
about this? You come to my studio sometime. We'll do a video podcast, and we'll get Candy in. We can get the whole band. We can get all the sexy
the
Candy.
whole band.
We got enough
We
mics
never
there,
get the whole band.
That's a party, man.
right? Oh, that would be a riot. You would never
I'm
get
down.
us.
I'm in. I'm in.
Come up to Berlin.
You didn't tell us what other bands you liked.
Oh, what do I else?
You
Oh,
like-
I like Dirty Heads.
Who's Dirty Heads? I don't
Dirty
know.
Heads. They're they're a band that I don't know that much about, but I love every single song that they ever do. It was the Warped Tour in 2019 was the first time I saw them live.
They are kind of like Sublime.
Kind of like Sublime. They opened up for 311 that same year, so I got to see them again.
Same kind of genre, yeah.
Very just, it's pothead music.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying nothing about myself, but I love their music.
Ah. Do you enjoy the weed too?
I might enjoy partaking the
The
things.
ganja, the devil's lettuce, if you will.
That's kind of nice sometimes.
All right, now I noticed. Speaking of '90s, I went to the Wu-Tang concert. And
I need to
There
hear
must
about this
there-
because I was
there-
actually supposed to go to this.
I went to the
There
Wu-Tang
has been
concert.
a lot of weed puffing around there.
Well, that's what
man.
I was wondering, because you told me to be careful because it might be turning into the crazy thing it was back in the '90s when you saw him, right?
Well, the thing was, and this is based on the rap show that happened at the Oakdale, where bullets were flying. So I say keep your head low.
Yeah.
Watch out for the stray bullets.
I haven't been to a more peaceful crowd in my life than that show. It was peaceful, and I think the reason why it was so peaceful is because of the douche flutes.
Oh, what? But they called them something else.
Oh, someone called it a COVID kazoo.
COVID kazoo.
You know, the little weed pens everybody's smoking.
Oh.
See, everybody's high, so they're just enjoying themselves. You have one, don't you?
I'm like looking
oh,
for my
here's
bag.
mine.
I'm like, oh, this?
Oh, you got a douche flute too. What's in your douche flute?
I got
Northern Lights.
Right now, I have indica.
Ah, nice. But everybody's just pumping
I have
away.
I have a sativa, an indica, and then a hybrid.
Yeah, it was a good time. Though. Wow.
One of three.
A lot of comedians came to the show. Chris Sear was there. Breezy Hiltz from Beer Man Beer.
Where was
there.
it? Was it at
And they were all
Mohegan?
stoned.
Oh, the Xfinity.
Meadows.
Xfinity. Yeah, Meadows.
The Meadows.
Oh, because I remember when I had Wu-Tang tickets, it was supposed to be at Mohegan, and then it got moved. So, but yeah, that was Friday night.
Friday night. Yep.
Friday night. Yeah, I saw the things for it, but I'm like, I gotta go to Rammstein.
Yeah, a lot of people went to Rams.
went to
I heard the stage show was
Oh
wild.
my gosh!
A lot of fire.
I counted 4 circles of 32 movers. I'm talking about lights, and a single column of at least 50 movers. 2 sides of at least 60 on each side, so 120 movers. So count that up. Plus, every straight line was a bar light. Plus the pyro, plus this, plus that.
They're that popular, huh?
They're huge worldwide. They are not that popular in America, but because they don't tour in America that much, that's why people are like,
that's why they're doing big venues like that. Right?
Because I knew a dude that went to freaking Chicago to see him. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
really? You waste your money to go to Chicago?
They
For
are,
Du Hast?
they are one. It takes them like
Hast.
4 days to set up their stage show.
Wow.
It's insane. When you look and like when you know, like I would not have nerded out with this if it wasn't for Sex and Candy. Because like, so for Sex and Candy, like we have our own little light show. We have 3 TVs, and like what we have is kind of a production when it comes to local cover bands and everything.
Yeah, sure, okay.
So
get
when
it.
I see Rammstein with like this massive amount of lights and pyro and all of this stuff and 2 stages and all this everything, I'm like, I'm not even listening to the music anymore. I'm just like counting how many lights. Okay, that's about this. How much money? This much money. Wow, this was a steal for like $150 to be up front. This is nothing.
But you know, like back when we saw Scorpions and Alice Cooper, and to see the light, I mean, the lights on the stage for the Scorpions.
I never got to see them.
Talk about. I mean, we saw them a few times, but to see Alice Cooper was good. Saw him a few times.
I've
too.
heard very good things of him.
Alice Cooper saw them. Saw him with the Scorpions, and also with Zombie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to see the lights on the Scorpion stage, it was like, man, this is the 80s all over again because of, just as you were counting,
Yeah.
I mean, the rows of lights up top, it was just so insane.
Yeah.
And so when you're looking at a stage like that, you're like, wow, look at all the freaking lights. So, yeah, totally get it.
I nerd out with it now. I know nothing about it, but because I know people that know stuff and I've heard enough about it and I've been around it enough, that I'm just like, oh, I'm in awe.
So are you the kind that would go to a show to say, I went to that show?
Yes.
Didn't have to think about that answer.
Absolutely. I went to the Misfits in the end of December 2019, and I was in Pitt, And I spent like $300 for this ticket, and I spent the extra money for the parking. I went by myself to Philly just to go see Misfits. I've never seen Misfits, but like that's the thing. Like I want to see. I almost didn't see Rammstein on Friday, and I was like, you know what? I've been waiting for 2 years for this because I don't want to get into the things. I had 2 tickets in nosebleeds for 2 years. The day before the show on Thursday, something happened where all of a sudden it got voided and I didn't have the tickets anymore. I had no way to access them because I bought them through a company that just sucks. Viagogo, do not go through them. I don't care.
Hey, fuck you, Viagogo.
Fuck them. Do not buy anything through them because I am going to be lucky if I even get my money back from that.
You lost your money?
I probably did. I put in all these customer service things. I was on the phone with them for hours. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Good luck with that.
Yeah. So Friday morning, just because I knew this was my plan. I didn't take shows for the day. Like I didn't book the day for myself or anything. I'm like, no, fuck it. I'm going to buy. Like I looked at what the pit tickets were. I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to go. I'm going because I've never seen them. And one of my good friends, one of my best friends actually, lives out in Germany. I have there's this weird long story connection that I have with Rammstein, connected with her, and I've never seen them. And I'm like, I have to go see them. And so I'm very glad I did. No regrets whatsoever.
Wow. I guess we'll have to go see Rammstein.
Yeah, you have to.
Nope,
Yeah.
not going to do it.
Okay, won't do it.
9.
Okay, won't do it.
No, not going to do it.
Nope.
I don't know German, man. I don't know.
I don't know.
You know German beer.
You don't. I knew
you know
literally.
What? I do know German beer.
I only knew like maybe 3 songs as far as like having heard them before. I'm not a huge Rammstein fan, but if you can appreciate,
yes,
if you can appreciate the show, then you can appreciate seeing them.
Yeah, no, I'm all about the.
Was Falco German?
You need to know what you're seeing.
Falco? I think Falco was. I
I
think
think Falco was German, right? Rock Me Amadeus, that guy.
I believe so.
Maybe.
He was some form of European.
I don't know.
But yeah, I'm all about the. I really need to be into that band to go see that band.
Understandable.
Yeah,
That's fair.
the quality.
Keep in mind, we did see Carly Simon in concert.
That's cool.
That was only because of Hall & Oates.
Hall & Oates opened up.
Oh, I've never seen them, and I really want to go see them.
show.
Saw them twice.
I love them.
Once
I
in the
finally
rain,
went to
once not in the
Daryl's
rain.
house.
Did you? I want to go there. I want to go there.
had good buddies of mine. Another shout out, Thaddeus Black, The Adventures of Thaddeus Black. Actually, their singer Purcell Jackson sat in with Sex and Candy at Illicit last month. So full circle with that. They played at Daryl's house.
There's a lot of circles here.
A lot of circles.
A lot of circles, man.
Circle back. So Purcell was singing.
All right, Saki.
Yeah, Purcell was singing with Sex and Candy, and his band, the Adventures of Thaddeus Black, their original band, they played at Daryl's house a week prior to that. Killed it. They were amazing. If you like, I can't remember the name of the band right now. It's going to come to me after a little while, and I will shout it out, but they are very good. Adventures of Thaddeus Black.
Never heard. Got to try them out.
We're always up for hearing new tunes.
Absolutely.
Living Color. If you like Living Color,
been there.
then you'll like them.
I've seen him at
You will
Toad's
like them.
multiple times.
Yeah, and actually, I'll have to try to get you in touch with Purcell or something because he would be great on here too.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. He could tell you all the stories about that because they actually have one of the guys from Living Color on their album.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Doing a great job.
So you had Corey Glover, right?
Corey
Lead
Glover.
singer. Guitar player was.
Vernon Reid.
I think Corey Glover was he was the one that was on it. That name sounds familiar.
But I don't believe he's in relation to.
Will
Dan.
Calhoun was the drummer.
Okay. All right.
And I don't know the drummer now, but the old drummer was Muzz Skillings,
Okay.
the original drummer. I'm a bass player. I'm sorry. Oh, got my head up my ass.
I don't know.
It was a long time ago. Good memory.
Hey, Pammy, if you're gonna have your own super band, who would be in the band?
Oh my word!
Alanis Morissette on drums, guitar,
No, it was.
bass.
If I couldn't pick everything, it was going to be Dave Grohl on everyone, on everything, because he's the only one I could think of that plays everything and can do everything. No, I don't. That was a really hard question for me to answer because there were so many things. I'm like, okay, I need a drummer. Taylor Hawkins. Well, he's passed. Okay, what about his son?
It's fantasy booking it, so you can pick someone who's passed.
Yeah. And then and guitar, I had to throw down. I had to give my love out to Ron Lawrence. He's also another local artist who's passed. He's part of the Tipping Chair Old Crowd. Oh, he was phenomenal. I am so lucky and so happy to have ever been able to see him perform live.
Swig a beer to Ron Lawrence.
Ron Lawrence.
Swig a beer.
Cheers to Ron Lawrence. I wish I could remember his lines because he was brilliant.
I'm out.
I'll grab another can, man.
No, I actually have a can right here.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Because I'm all about the check, man.
Pills, man. The pills.
Did you see I even put, like, if I have a dancer, it's going to be Britney Spears. If I have a rapper, it's going to be Topher. If I have this person, it's going to be this person.
And Freddie Mercury's doing something.
Yep.
Right?
Freddie Mercury is going to be backing vocals and Lauren Badick.
Freddie Mercury's the backup vocal?
Yeah. If I'm making the band.
You better hang that shirt up.
Are you singing?
I mean, I'm somewhere in there.
You should sing the band.
I'm somewhere in there.
You also said you're a big fan of Flyleaf. Now, that's a band
like
I was a
Flyleaf.
big fan of.
Christian band, actually.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. So I do know I specified Flyleaf with Lacey Sturm.
That's the original, right?
Original singer.
Yeah.
Lacey Mosley, who became Lacey Sturm. One of my all-time favorite vocalists.
Yes.
Amazing.
And her going off on her own.
Yes.
Because she had LSD. Mm-hmm. Great. Perfect. You have LSD?
It wasn't LSD. She's
What do you think of LSD?
well, do people know what LSD is?
All right, lead singer's disease.
Lead singer's disease.
Not the drug.
Yes.
But you might be on drugs when you're thinking about it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, I would not consider what she was doing as LSD because she was just kind of doing her own thing, especially because her drive was God. And so when that is your drive, there's no ego in there. Ego is LSD is all about the ego. And
that's what happened to Kitty. Remember Kitty back in the 90s? Kitty.
Brackish.
Freaking awesome.
That's 90s. Listen, guys.
Lead singer, she had LSD. She went off and then...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Was it Mercedes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So
I remember she was that was one of the first people I ever knew that was named Mercedes. I'm like, that's cool.
What happened to our girls?
We saw a few in the strip clubs, Mercedes. Anyway.
That's a stripper name.
What happened to our girls, Veruca Salt?
Hey, they're still around. They're still doing their thing.
Yeah, we don't cover them yet, but that's on the many lists. See there, I actually heard See There on the way here.
Nice.
Yeah, they're kind of like Go-Go's. They're out there playing, but not really.
Nor small.
Pammy's favorite's Letters to Cleo.
I do.
Letters to Cleo.
I love.
Rockin'. What about Poe? You like Poe?
Poe was great.
Cool.
Poe was great.
Cool.
I was definitely more of the Letters to Cleo girl, though.
Navy Beans. Who is it? I can't think of what her name is.
I'm curious because that's what it's so.
I'm thinking about Adam Sandler.
I went
Hoagies and grinders, Navy Beans, Navy Beans.
No, I had that in my head too, but no.
I went to Rammstein with my buddy Kurt, who's just an old friend of mine. He from Tallinn, and like we always joked how like between the two of us, we either know every person in Connecticut or every '90s song. So we just always, anytime we're together, would just start like busting out like.
Do you know a '90s song for every person?
Do you remember this one? Do you remember this one? Do you remember this one?
Tracy Bonham.
Oh, I do Mother.
Ah, see,
I do Mother.
Yes. Everything's fine.
Mother.
There, bust it out. Let's hear it a little bit.
And she had toured with Blue Man Group. Awesome.
Really?
Absolutely. I got the album. It was awesome.
I can see that. That's cool.
Is there a '90s song you can't stand?
Anything by Backstreet Boys.
The whole band.
Any.
Backstreet Boys, you hate them.
And if there's a Fleetwood Mac song from the '90s, then I'm not a big fan.
You're not a big fan. You don't like the Stevie Nicks, huh?
I'm not, anytime I sing, people, especially like on Block Island, they're like, "Oh, do you know any Fleetwood Mac? And you'd be great at Stevie Nicks."
Yeah,
I'm
if you
like,
swallowed a lit cigarette, you sound just like her.
I'm like, I'm sure I would be,
and some glass,
but I'm not gonna sing it because that would require me listening to them to learn it.
Gargle some Jacks, you'll sound just like her.
I got a little bit of rasp when I sing.
You had a little
time.
rasp when you showed up. I was like, uh-oh.
Oh no, that's just it happened. That's my tired voice.
You a Melissa Etheridge fan?
I'm not. I'd rather listen to Melissa Etheridge than Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, okay.
To put it in perspective. I don't dislike. I will say my one of my good friends. Well, I don't want to say good friend, but good friend in the musician world, Carrie Ashton, kills it on Melissa Etheridge.
Really?
Yeah, amazing job on that stuff.
Awesome live show.
Yeah,
Yep.
Melissa
Really good
Etheridge.
job.
No,
Absolutely.
I saw Melissa.
I could
Etheridge.
imagine. I would absolutely. There's a list. If I had the opportunity to go see Melissa Etheridge, sure.
I
would
mean,
go see.
regardless of where she stands,
Yeah.
great show.
I saw her before she was famous
Really?
at New Haven Coliseum. It was dead. It was there was her just bass following.
That just made me think of something.
What's that?
Do you know the band In This Moment?
Yes.
I saw them open up for Power Man 5000 at the Webster.
Yeah.
My good friends, actual good time friends at the time, Federal Bison, were opening up for them at Webster, main stage. So it went Federal Bison, In This Moment, Power Man 5000. Nobody was there.
I saw Power Man 5000.
Was it at Webster?
No, New Haven Coliseum.
I'll give you.
They
another.
actually had they were a pretty good show, but I can't remember the name of the girl that.
I went up next day and bought their album. Never heard of them.
Really?
Never heard of them until I saw them, and I was
Well,
like,
when
wow.
was this?
Mid '90s.
Okay, so that's understandable.
And then to find out he's Zombie's brother, I was like,
Yes.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, Spider. Yeah, so this show was early 2000s that I saw. And I can't remember the name of the singer In This Moment, but she was wearing a wedding dress during their performance. Then she starts wandering around Webster, as you do, as a musician, when you're not the
Oh yeah,
main.
you wander.
Yeah.
I love wandering around.
So
Never really coming across.
I'm standing outside the bathrooms waiting for my friend at the time, and I see her walking up, and I was just like, "Oh, hey, great job today!" That's the first time any of us had ever heard of In This Moment, had ever seen them. They looked amazing, sounded amazing. She's freaking amazing, gorgeous. Loved her voice. I was like, "Hey, great job!" And she's like, "Oh, thank you so much." And we were just like chatting for a second, and then Power Man 5000 starts playing.
Maria Brink.
Oh, that's what?
That's her name.
Oh, thank you.
In This Moment.
Thank you.
Maria Brink.
Maria. So Maria and I were talking.
Big rack.
Yes.
She
That's
dated.
That's about the best she's got.
She dated Baron Corbin from the WWE. Fun
That
fact.
sounds familiar.
I'm not really a fan of her stuff.
Well, she asked me to go dance to Power Man 5000. I was like, okay.
Awesome.
We
So
saw
I danced with Maria of In This Moment.
We saw her with
to Power
Korn.
Man 5000.
We saw her with Korn.
Corn. Yes, we just see
Yes,
Corn.
she opened for Korn.
Yep.
They did join. I remember they joined Family Values Tour like after that thing.
Another tour of the past.
Yes.
Another tour of the past. I was at one of the very first, because I thought I was at the first Radio 104 Fest at the Sting in New Britain.
Oh.
It was Bush.
Hold on. That might have been.
I had no booze in it at all.
That might have been the
I
first.
think that was the first one.
actual first one. And then it went to Riverside where we had seen.
I'm pretty sure it was. I could be wrong. We'll look into it though. But
It depends on what they really labeled it as.
Bush was. It was the Radio 104 Fest. Bush, Wax, Letters to Cleo, Eve's Plum. The opening act was Jewel,
Oh, yeah.
and I got there when it was dead, and Jewel just got off the stage, and then Jill Sobel came on next and sang "I Kiss a
Blah.
Girl."
That's awesome.
Eve's Plum. Didn't he open up for Live?
Maybe. Yeah, I think so. Maybe.
think so,
Live.
yeah.
What happened to Live? There's a '90s band for you.
Oh, absolutely. They're a great band. I don't know what happened to them. I have friends, musician friends, that they're still one of their favorite bands.
Oh, I'm a big
Like
fan.
big
Big fan.
love them.
Yeah, we saw 'em.
Yeah.
For sure.
I was never huge into them, but there's certain songs.
Saw 'em a
I'm
few
just like,
times.
oh my god, was it
Those plays.
Lakeisha's? Whoa, what is that song name? It's like
I
it's
know.
weird.
I know what you're saying, and I
I
can't
know.
come up with it. Either.
Like Lakeisha's something.
Ah.
I don't know.
We're getting to that
Live
stage.
fans are like so angry at me right now. Like it's just goddamn song.
Their
That
first
was a-
album was awesome.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Metal Jewelry was awesome.
Bow, wow, wow.
And then they faded for a long time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they came back again.
And then what's his name from American Idol started singing their songs, and they kind of made a little comeback. What's his name?
Who, Daughtry?
Oh,
Daughtry.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
Daughtry. Yeah.
It's a-
I almost said dogwood. I'm like, wait, no, Daughtry. Well, we had a lot of beer today. Should we take a break and come back with a solid, not solid?
Salad, not salad.
Wow, 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 wow. Oh, yeah. Having a blast with Pamcakes.
Ayo.
And we're going to come back.
Is this yellow card?
It could be.
Sounds like yellow card.
Yeah. Solid, not solid when we come back. Oh, yeah. It's Beer Man Beer. We're going to go over our beers, man. Beer. What do we have? Keg Kettles.
So Mo Mountain Brewery out of North Conway, New Hampshire. Comes in at a healthy 4.9% ABV. Solid.
Solid.
I agree. Solid. It's good. Nice, clean, crisp, good starter. We started off with it, and good lead into other brews.
We went light to light.
Yeah, it was a whole light, all light beers.
Well, actually, the last one was kind of hazy, so yeah, it's still light though.
All right.
So next was Miss V's Blueberry, again from Mo Mountain Brewery.
Mm-hmm.
And that came at another healthy 4.9%.
4.9. Everything under 5 today, huh? It's like 5 below.
Yeah, but 5 below is not 5 below anymore. It's now like 5 and 10.
Oh, that's horse shit.
No, I thought that was a Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is like a $1.25 tree now.
You know something? I blame Biden.
Fuck Biden.
Oh,
What's
absolutely. Yeah, inflation is up since he came into office.
It's not his fault. It's Russia's fault.
Anyway. The Miss V's, I totally enjoyed it. That blueberry was there. It wasn't so punchy in the throat. It was very nice. It was subtle.
No.
I liked it.
I agree.
So I'll go solid.
I'm not going to say it's my favorite of the blueberries because you know what my favorite of the blueberry is.
Wachusett. Yes, we know.
No?
No?
No.
Wachusett's not my favorite. My favorite is what?
I don't know.
Bull and Barrel.
Oh,
memories.
Another brewery that because of COVID really took a dive.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate because that was a place.
Man, they were good.
Where were they out of?
They're in New York.
Oh.
Brewster.
Yeah.
Right on 6.
Shout out to Wendy.
Right over the Danbury line.
They made a nice blueberry honey.
Rick and Wendy.
Oh. Yeah, they were good. They're so good.
Oh, their beer was just phenomenal.
So good.
Yep, but COVID came, took them out.
Fucked it up, and I owe $1, but actually I owe $2 for this show.
Yeah, whatever, fucking cares.
Just remember, it wasn't COVID. It was government lockdowns.
Oh, all right.
Anyway,
Hashtag facts.
it's also follow the money.
Yes.
Also, we had Hoax Brewing Company out of
New Haven.
New Haven, or is that East Haven?
I think East Haven's part of New Haven, so
Yeah.
One of the havens.
So
East Haven.
So that was
My dad grew up in East Haven.
nice.
Did he have a Camaro?
No.
How about a mullet?
No.
No. Did he burn crosses on people's?
No.
He was Italian, right?
No.
I think you had to be Italian to do that in East Haven.
No. Everyone thinks I'm Italian because I like to talk with my hands sometimes, and then
Do you sing with your hands?
all the time.
Right.
All the time.
Well, East Haven had a big problem with burning crosses on people's front lawns.
I can see where that would be a problem.
And now they hate what's the airport? Tweed. They hate Tweed because of the big planes that are coming in making noise. Anyway, so apple pie.
What else would be at an airport?
Smaller planes? I don't know.
Anyway.
So the apple pie comes in at a whopping 4.5%.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Berliner Weiss, right?
Yep.
And I'm going to go solid. It was good.
It was solid.
I liked it.
Very good.
It
was very
smelled
tasty.
like a sour, but tasted, it smelled like a cider. Tasted, you had that sour taste.
And I'm mentioning it because yesterday at the Brewing Queue, we had these Storm Along ciders.
Shout out to Steve.
And that was so much apple flavor compared to this that I'll still give this a solid, but I was expecting more.
A cider that you
Well,
were
this
tasting.
is a beer, man.
Yeah.
This is a beer, man. Beer.
Yeah.
Way different comparing a cider to a
But it didn't taste like a
beer.
cider, though. It really just tastes like drinking a pie.
It was really good. It was really good.
But it was good.
We'll have Johnny Damon from Storm Along on.
And also, again, shout out to Kevin from Counterweight. He was serving up some beers, too.
Good beer, man.
Good beers, yeah, absolutely.
Good game.
All right. So let's call it a day.
Call it a
Or
Pammy.
night.
Where could people find you, find Sex and Candy, find all your bands?
Oh, you can find me personally on Instagram at Pamcakes and Bacon. Facebook, I got my Pamcakes page. You can find Sex and Candy at sexandcandyband.com. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook with Sex and Candy CT, or Sex and Candy Band CT. I don't know. Just sexandcandyband.com. SNAFU, you got SNAFU Band CT. You got Jagged Little Pam. You can just look for Jagged Little Pam or a tribute to Alanis Morissette.
Do you think
Follow us.
you'll get to meet an Atlantis Morissette?
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
Do a little duet.
That'd be
with her.
lovely. That'd be lovely.
Good times.
We got to make that happen.
Harmonica duet.
You got a little harmonica, yeah.
A harmonica
I can't believe you
duet.
forgot your harmonica.
My harmonica.
Harmonica, she said. Look at that.
My harmonica.
We need...
That's whore with a W.
Horror. Yeah. It's been the running joke that anytime I play, so we cover Hand in My Pocket and Sex and Candy, and we do it awesome because we do it very similar to Alanis Morissette's live version of that song, and it's one of the only times that I actually get to play anything other than just sing. So I get to play the harmonica, but obviously it's Sex and Candy, so clearly we have to pick on Little Miss Pamcakes, and it's a harmonica, or it's the harmonica for the PG crowd.
And I'm thinking Dennis Stratford
Yes, Dennis Stratford. He did play harmonica.
and
here.
harmonica. Yeah. We need to do like a harmonica.
A dual harmonica.
Harmonica.
If it's against me, whoever I'm against is going to win. I'm not good. I literally just know Alanis
You could
Morissette.
beat me.
I go in, out, Alanis Morissette. I am no John Popper.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
Gracie, thank you for coming. Thank you so much, Pam, for being with us.
Thank you for having
We
me.
hope
I
to
had
have
so
you
much
on
fun.
more often. We're definitely going to check out Sex and Candy. Whenever
Absolutely.
If you want to see me and Keg Kettles, follow us on Instagram, the Beer Man Beer Podcast. And
Don't forget Facebook.
Facebook too, or wherever. Follow. Just find Keg's
We're
truck
on-
and just drive
we're on-
around behind him.
We're on YouTube
Yeah.
too.
You see if you see a white truck with a bunch of beer stickers on the back, that's Keg. Follow him. And
Just don't cut my cat alligator burgers, all right?
we're Beer Man Beer. We love you guys,
Thank you.
and we'll see you next time. Here's Mongo. There's a song called Ugh.